Okay, it's been a little while, but we are back. Some of the surgery is very successful. The healing process is taking. So, if you remember, this top strip right here, about two inches down at that end, then it kind of drops down a little bit and splits, and it was separated all the way from the cabinet itself, and then so was the part below it. So I used these two blocks right here, wedged them in there. I glued the top part first to the frame, and I let it go overnight because I wanted it real strong, and then I put a whole lot of glue right right down here, in between, right on the edge of where the two pieces of panel would join together. It was kind of messy getting in there with the glue, and it was a bit tricky because when I had my blocks in there, I moved them down to support the lower part of the panel where it was broken after I had the top secured, and I could then glue it to that. But once you have the blocks in there, you can't roll this top up and get way up in the top level, because what's on the other side of that crack right there is the top layer of two of these little pigeonhole compartments, which I'll show you later. But wiping the glue out of there was kind of tough, and it wasn't my best work, but you really have to look for it, so I'll leave it at that. But so here's what I want to point out to you. Down in here on the edges, the ledge and everything, there's some crumbs and everything, but it's very well preserved. There's no mildew or anything. I mean, this thing is really old. And then let me move the light here, bring it up this way. There's the dirt right there, but there's a big dust bunny at the bottom of the track right there that the roll top goes in. See it down? No, actually it's to the left. It's in that other groove. But I'm going to vacuum that stuff out of there. I'm going to wipe it down, and I'm going to oil it. And let's see, moving forward here, what was I going to show you? Oh yeah, so right here, now I glued the bottom part of the break of this panel just on the other side of where I've got my wedges right now. But if you look down here, I'm trying to do this like the twister. See how when I squeeze it in, you can see the seam right there. In other words, the top panel is just flexed out just a fraction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to work some of that glue in between the break on the edge. I don't think it's really necessary too much, but since it's there, I will do it. And but then what I've got going is, I cut this to fit here. This panel right here. This one here, I am going to glue it over the whole thing where the break is down here. Anyway, it's made to fit, and I'm gonna just bond it on the back side of this thing with all kinds of glue, and then it'll be sitting up here kind of flush with the top here, and then I'm going to run another bead of glue right there and make it super strong. And yeah, I taped it in there earlier just to make sure that there was no problem with clearance, and there's not. But I just think, here's what I'm saying is that I want to do this right as I can, because if I never have to look inside the top of this cabinet again, I'll be cool with that. Got pictures. Anyway, thanks for watching.